Hi, in this video, we will see how to create a sales invoice, direct sales invoice that is available under sales module. But before that, there are two things that we need to make sure they are available. Under masters, we have to create customers and products. And products must have some quantity before we select the sales invoice to issue invoice out. So let's go to sales invoice. Plus icon. Manual invoice number is the one which we are using in either in a paper form or in an Excel form or any other system. If we are computerizing or digitizing the existing semi-manual or manual invoices, then we have to enter that particular invoice number here. Otherwise, you can leave it blank. Uh, Location, we have to select the location from which we need to issue the invoice out, and date, we can change the date if it is not a current dated one. Invoice a customer, then we can select the customer now. So all these details are directly populated from the master. Now there are 3 products available to be sold. So I'm selecting one product, and this particular company got product batches. If a company is having a product batch, this pop-up appears to select the batch. Otherwise, we can directly enter the quantity at the line item level. Now I want to issue 2 quantities. So the rate is the indicator. The rate is the indicative rate we entered in product master. So we can change it based on the business need. This discount percentage, if it is there, we have to enter. In this application, we cannot enter discount amounts. We have to enter the percentage. And this SGST and CGST, they are directly taken from the product master. We cannot make any changes here. If you need these rates to be different, we have to make changes to the product master before we come here to issue the invoice out. So that's all. If you want to add more products, any number of products, you can keep on adding the lines and then selecting the products or services and enter here. This is actually a running stock. A running stock is available only for products. For services, there is no running stock. For services, there is no rate either because it changes. So we have to give it here only. And that's it. I have 2 options, either 3. I can save the invoice, I can come back and make changes, and if you are sure there are no more changes, you are ready to go, and the customer is not making payment right now, he is going to make the payment later, confirm the invoice. If he is making the payment now, click on the plus icon and enter the payment. If you enter payment, click on confirm payment. Otherwise, click on confirm invoice. Transport details. If it involves goods and it need to be transported to the customer's warehouse, then we have to enter the transport details after confirmation of the invoice, so that these details will be populated in e-way bill that is generated from GST portal automatically from our system. So now I'm confirming the invoice. Now you can see under the payment details there is a TDS of 44 rupees. This is coming because we have entered this TDS provision to deduct under the customer master. Okay, now I confirm it. I can go back and make some edits. So now I am in the edit mode. See, this section is not editable because we have decided there are no changes required to be done, and we can confirm the invoice. But payment section is still open. If, for example, this TDS is not on the entire amount, and if it is only on the service section or something like that, we can make the changes. Do not worry about the validity of the data, and this is not a tax example. This is just a regular example. You can take it from your business, how it is being done right now. And I can add more lines by clicking on plus. For example, I enter cash account, received cash, another 100. I confirm payment. Now payment confirmed. You can see here. This is how we enter invoices. We can create a e-way bill from here. We can create a PDF document from here. This is the invoice, PDF invoice. So you can save it, or you can print it, or anything can be done. Alternatively, you can directly send this invoice via email to the customer. For the first time, you need to make sure you have a small setting that has to be done under configuration email settings. That has been explained in another video, the sign up video. So what it says is, if we don't configure there, it says enter the email ID under the manage email app parameters settings. So email configuration, this email reply to email is the email ID to which the customer can respond, can reply to. Remember, this email we are sending is not from the company's email server. This is been sent from the CEAAR application server. So when the customer replies, it shouldn't go to CEAAR server. So it has to come to you. Then only it makes sense. So this is a requirement. We have to fill it up. Only this is once in a lifetime, unless it changes. Then anytime customer responds to that particular invoice email, it will come to this email ID. Now I go back to sales invoice, click on the email icon. You can change this, and you can type your own message. The PDF document, the attachment, is automatically attached to the email, and it will be received by the customer. So this is how we create an invoice. Because there is a lot of explanation to do, it took a little more time. Now I'll show you how to create an invoice. Just follow me. It'll take less than a minute. There is an invoice number, and then there's a location to select, there is a customer to select, There is a product to select. There is quantity to select. Continue. And I need to make the payment. We received full payment. Please remember this particular customer doesn't have a TDS checkbox. So TDS line won't appear for this customer. Now I confirm. See how easy and simple it is, less than a minute. And for this one, since I already created the email configuration, no more errors, no more warning messages. Done. Just less than a minute. That's all for creating a direct invoice.